What's up YouTube? This is the Concept Dude, and today we're going to be reviewing an Airsoft product. This is the Well MB-01 sniper rifle. It's a bolt action sniper rifle. It's the L96 base. What I have on it here is a bipod and a scope that I bought at Walmart for about 60 bucks. I also put a flashlight and a laser on it just for fun because it looks cool. It's got an adjustable hop-up, which we'll talk about later. It's got a 22 round clip. I think it's 22. I'm not 100% sure about that. It's bolt action, which means you push bolt up, pull it back, push forward and down, and shoot. It's a fairly quiet sniper rifle, and it's got a full plastic body, this right here. It feels kind of cheap, but that doesn't personally matter to me. Because I don't usually drop my guns when I'm using them, but some people that might be a con because lots of people are clumsy. But I don't think it really matters if you're a sniper because you're really only sitting in one spot, and if you're going to move around, you're usually going to have a pistol on you, which is also a necessity for a sniper rifle. I prefer sniper rifles because they're really accurate if you get the hop-up tuned in just right and get the scope adjusted. And it's really rewarding to get a kill with a sniper rifle because, I mean, you're sitting there and you're waiting for a minimum of one person. I usually get about 3 a game where I play, which is the woods over by my house. And just picking that one guy off and helping your team out, it really helps, and it's really, really gratifying getting a kill with that. We got a metal barrel, which feels really nice. Metal rail system, metal bolt, some metal internals. The trigger box and the trigger, well, the trigger on the stock MB-01 is plastic, I think, and the trigger box is, or no, the trigger on the stock MB-01 is metal, but the trigger box is plastic. My trigger box broke, so I put in a metal trigger box and trigger that I bought off of Hit Guns. No, it wasn't Hit. I think it was Airsoft Atlanta. It was a good investment because it's bulky as hell, so it won't break on you. Lots of the internals are metal, but there's not really many internals of a sniper rifle that are important as there is with a gearbox and an automatic gun. It's fairly accurate out of the box. However, I would recommend putting a nice tight bore in here. Fixing the, well, I think the hop-up's fine, actually. I've never had a problem with the hop-up. And the hop-up, let's pull this up, is right here, oh no, right here, right next to the magazine. You don't have to take the magazine out to adjust the hop-up. You just get an Allen wrench, put it in there, tighten it, or loosen it, depending on what your shot is looking like. This one is probably ready to go right out of the box if you want to use, if you need a gun to use like right then and there, this is something to pick up. Also, it's probably one of the best platforms to be able to upgrade because it's one of the, other than the VSR-10, the VSR-10 is a lot better to upgrade because there's just so many parts out there for it. But this one is probably second best in that category because everything in this gun is pretty much upgradable. However, I don't know how you. This is fine right here. The barrel's made really nice. It does spin a little bit, but that doesn't happen. It doesn't wobble. Nothing on this gun wobbles except for the bipod that I put on it. In a bipod, I would strongly recommend a bipod on this, just because it's a lot more comfortable to sit like this when you're sniping, other than sit like this, or just stand up, or just have it off the ground slightly when you're laying down. I just think that's a lot more convenient. I borrowed this from my friend a while ago. This is the one that comes with it too, but this one's painted. If you want to adjust it, you just loosen the screws and push it up and down, then tighten it, whether you're short, tall, you know, whatever is right for you. It's got 2 sling mounts. It's ambidextrous right here, and right there. Put your clip sling mount. I don't know what they call it with the pin thing. I got this gun in a trade, so I don't know if it comes with a sling or not, but if it does, I would strongly recommend you don't use that because most things that Chinese companies make are crap, except for the gun itself. It's going to come unassembled, but assembling it's fairly easy. You just have to put in this top rail or top barrel and rail system. Just click it right in there where the trigger fits right on in there, and you just screw the bolts in, and it's really easy to do. I think that might be about it. It's got this adjustable cheek rest depending on where your scope's at. For me, it's just perfect the way it is. Some people like to take it off because they don't have high-profile scope rings like I do. I would recommend putting a really large scope on this just because of the looks of it. And this is a center point scope that I bought at Walmart. It's really, really nice. It's a hunting scope that is really meant for 22s, but it doesn't really matter to me. You could probably shoot this accurately at about 155 feet. I'm going to be doing a shooting test on this soon to figure out how far it can shoot accurately. But if you're an experienced airsofter like me, I've upgraded this a lot. It's got a metal trigger box, it's got a tight bore in it, and that's about it for me. And I got a new hop up for it. The stock hop up is fine, but the hop up I just prefer a custom hop up that you'd buy aftermarket. And again, this is probably one of the best things to upgrade if you're experienced or novice. But if you're novice, I would recommend that you don't upgrade it yet. You shouldn't have to worry about that yet because you're not really into it yet. But yeah, this is one to pick up. It's fairly cheap. It's about $130 with the scope and bipod on Megastore and I think on GI. I got this in a trade. I think my friend that I traded this for got his on GI. But yeah, this is probably one of the better guns on the market to get an upgrade, and it's pretty decent when it's just out of the box. I'm probably going to do a shooting test in the next few days out in the woods, setting up some targets, and yeah, that's Well MB-01 sniper rifle. I would recommend picking it up.